In this video, you will learn some of the strategies and techniques I applied to win over $37,000 in under 20 minutes. There were two players sitting on the table, Y80 MNR5 and M Bosco. I decided to come in and play. With the blind being $200–400, I brought in $12,000. I am dealt Jack-King offsuit for my first hand. Everyone folded to me, so I won the pot uncontested. Good result. Second hand, I am dealt King-King, a very good hand. Y80 MNR5 folds, and it's my turn to act. I raised to $1,200. And M Bosco called. The flop read 8-Jack-2. I bet 2/3 of the pot, which is $1,600. He thinks for a little and calls. Both of us saw the turn, a 3 of diamonds. My pair of kings is still very likely to be the best hand, and I bet about 60% of the pot, which is $3,600. My opponent called. The river was a 6 of clubs. With my stack size being just about half the pot, the most profitable decision for me is to go all in. For more information why you should never check here, read Chapter 2, How Much to Bet Revisited, in my Cash in Poker book, Volume 2. Unfortunately, my opponent folded, but I won a nice $12,800 pot anyway. Not bad for a start. In the next hand, I have 2-2 on the button position, and I raised to $800. 2-2 is very playable, since there is always the potential of making a 3 of a kind with this hand. Both of my opponents folded, and I won the pot again. On the internet, each player is allowed up to 20 seconds to think for each decision, so sometimes you might feel it's taking a bit of time. For this reason, I will fast forward the parts of the game where players are thinking, or parts of the game where I have folded and am not in the game, as it's not relevant for your training. With this hand, King-7 offsuit on the button, both of my opponents folded to me, and I won another pot. 3-5 suited is not a good hand, and with me being in the worst position, the small blind, I folded my hand without a second's thought. Ace-7 of hearts is quite a good hand for a 3-player game, and I raised to $800. M Bosco folded. Y80 MNR5 re-raised to $2,600. In a 6-handed game, when players re-raise pre-flop, they normally have something good. However, in a 3-player game, this is not quite the case. The blinds come to you very fast, and you can't afford to just sit there and wait for a good hand, because you will lose a lot of money simply paying for the blinds. So everyone is forced to play with mediocre hands. Y80 MNR5 knew that I probably raised with just an average hand, so it was possible that he re-raised me with not much himself, trying to bluff me off. With me being in position, i.e. being the last player to act to him in the 2nd, 3rd and 4th betting rounds, I decided to call. The flop came King-7-3, and I had the second pair on the board. He bet $2,400 into me. It was difficult for me to call, because all I had was a middle pair of 7s. Even if I had the best hand, and he was just on a bluff, with a hand such as 10-Jack, there is a good chance that he might get lucky and make a better pair on the turn. Interestingly, the most difficult decision to make is actually on the turn. If he continues betting again on the turn, will I be able to call again? Get the rest of this video to learn step by step how to apply world-class decisions in very challenging situations, so that you always have the best chance of winning big money from your opponents fast. After watching this video, you will learn how in just one game, I managed to win a person's yearly salary of $37,000 in under 20 minutes.